Hello, stamping friends. I'm Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I have this very awesome technique to show you. It is a faux embossed napkin or paper towel technique for the background, and I'm excited to show it to you. I thought it turned out beautiful. This is number one, and then I just added this embossed happy birthday on black cardstock and put that together. And then this is a different paper towel for a different design, and I thought because it's a little bit swirly that it would be fitting to use the butterfly with, and then put the happy birthday going through the center here. And so I just want to get started and show you this technique. Now, I'm not going to make a card, but I'm going to show you how to do this lovely background. So I'm going to set these right there so that you can still see them. And how we're going to do that is we're going to use the Azure Afternoon and Daffodil Delight and Real Red inks to create these. And so as we go along, if you find value or you're enjoying the content that I'm sharing, if you would give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate that as well, because it helps me to grow my channel. And I'm just so excited about this technique that I think you're going to love it just as much as I do. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold this in half. This is just a piece of copy paper, but the reason I'm going to fold it in half is I don't want all the stickiness on my countertop. And so I'm going to put this piece of cardstock down, and this is a, let's see, it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just cut it as a fourth of a piece of cardstock, and then I'm going to take my Tombow glue, because I need glue instead of like tape runner or anything like that. I do have a napkin handy because this does get kind of messy, and I also have a glove to use, and I have a baby wipe here. So I'm going to take my finger, and I'm just going to wipe this all over. Now, I usually do my technique on Technique Tuesdays, but I had, I think, an allergic reaction to some food, and my lips ended up swelling up, and I was talking funny, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing the video. So I decided to hold off, and it took a while for it to come back to normal, but it is working out just fine. So I'm going to take, I've covered that, this piece of cardstock with glue. I completely covered it. Now I'm going to take my napkin. I'm going to lay that on my cardstock, and then pull this up and press this down. And I'm pressing into this napkin so that it will adhere to my piece of cardstock. And just keep pressing. Turn this over, and I'm going to press from the back side. Now we will, you will cut this down once you have it designed. This one's way smaller than this one, but this is the actual size of the whole card front, just to give us plenty of room to do our design. So I'll take the scissors and I'm going to cut away close to that edge all that extra paper towel, because we don't need that. And if you've got loose pieces, it's easy to tear or to bend. Now you may want to try doing this on thick basic white, but I didn't find that to be a need, so I did not do that. So this is, I think, Bounty paper towel, and I think this one with the, looks kind of like swirly. I believe that might be Walmart's brand, but I don't know that for certain. So I'm going to use this paper towel, make certain I get all that glue off my fingers. And then we'll get started with the actual technique. I have blending brushes here, and we're going to start with the Daffodil Delight because that's going to be the center color. Trying to stay in camera with this and also with those. So I'm going to grab my blending brush and ink it up with quite a bit of ink. And then I'm going to start here in the middle. And I'm going to fill this in. And I'm doing the rainbow. I want to really fill this in. I just keep picking up ink and filling this in. And there's going to be probably 2/4 that you're going to do in yellow. And there's a reason for that. And I'll show you that in a moment. So like I was saying, I normally do my technique on Tuesday, but I'm doing my technique on Thursday because I still want to do the technique. So it's going to say Technique Tuesday, but it's really going to be a Technique Thursday. Just because, you know, I still want to show this fun technique, and so I just keep adding more of the Daffodil Delight because I want it to be fairly bright. All right, so that's about how much of the yellow you want to put on there, the Daffodil Delight. You want to put quite a bit of that because for the first one, for this one, I believe I used 4 different colors. No, I used 5 different colors, but we're going to get that same effect with 3. So I'm going to take the blue. We're going to do the same thing with that. I'm going to ink this up. And you don't want to rub too hard because you don't want to tear the napkin or the paper towel, and you don't want to roll it up. But then you do want to add some pressure so that it covers. And then when you get to the corners, you want to brush towards them. Don't come near it, like away from them, because it will tear or bend. So that's just a little something. And now I'm going to start covering some of the yellow. That's where now we'll have 3 colors. So we have the blue down here. Then we move into green. And it gradually goes into yellow. I'm going to set that off to the side. I may want to still use that. And then I want to grab my real red. Turn this around so I can keep working. I'm right-handed. I'm going to start adding red right here. I have a glove here. I do end up with quite covered hands. So if you just corners. And so, as you can see, we've got blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And so it takes this a little bit of time to dry. And then you can always go back over. So grab the blue. And kind of blend bit more in. So you can add, now you won't be able to make it yellow again. So that's the reason why we started out with so much yellow of the Daffodil Delight, because you wanted to still have that gradual thing. And so when you trim this down, you'll be cutting most of the blue off, most of the red off, and then you can cut from the sides. And then this is what you get. So this one here, like I said, is the Bounty paper towel. And this is how it turns out for that. And it almost feels linen-y. So you see that? So it almost has like a linen to it, and you can feel it. It's really feels fabricy. And then this one here is the Walmart brand. I believe it is the Great Value paper towel. So you can find paper towels with different designs on them. And so what I did was take the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set, and this is a lemon lolly with a black layer, and then the paper towel background. And I took the butterfly stamp and used Versamark and stamped on another piece of lemon lolly, and then heat embossed it with black embossing powder. And then I took a piece of black cardstock and I stamped the happy birthday from the stamp set in Versamark, and then I embossed it with silver and then trimmed it down to a little strip of a greeting, and I made it go from side to side so that it just looked like, you know, the edges of the greeting and the edges of our background meet up. So I thought that was a very cute way to present that one. And with this one here, I took a piece of black cardstock and put happy birthday with the Versamark, and then I heat embossed it with white. And then I added the sequence, the adhesive back sequence. They are on last chance, so if you want those, you need to be ordering them, because it's as long as supplies are available. And so this is a yellow one and a couple different green ones. I put it on here too as well. But that is how you do the background. Now I'm going to show you that you can cut this also. So let me find. I have this type of paper cutter. I'm going to turn this over. And that way it's the cardstock backing. I'll put this in, hold that down, and cut. That will give me a very straight edge to start with. So it's fairly easy to cut. I'm going to bring this in. And so if I want this background to be, let's see, we'll say 4 inches wide. I'm going to bring this in, but I'm going to do it upside down. So this is the edge that we cut first. So I'm going to just bring that in. And I'm going to put the blade in the center and up and down. That way I'm not trying to start at the edge and peeling it back. All right, so then let's see, so if I want it to be 4 by 5 1/4, I think I'll do, instead of 4, I think I'll do 5 by 3 3/4. So here's 5 inches. Oops. And the center cut. That way it doesn't peel the paper toweling. And then I'll do 3 3/4. And that way we can have a black border. And so that is how you cut that. And so it's fairly easy. Now, if you're trying to cut it on the front, it can catch it and then just rip it. So I do suggest cutting it from the back side like I just did. And so this piece could be matted with a piece of black and put on there. So this size is just a little bit bigger than this one. And that one's a little bit bigger than this one. So you could have a wide border, you could have a narrow border. I guess this could be the, oh, pardon me. This could be the whole background of your card to fill it in, but I think it's best to have something to layer with it. So like the black, you could do any of the colors that are in here, like we could use orange to layer with it or what have you. But that, today's video, I wanted to showcase how to do this faux embossed napkin background. And so it's faux embossed because of the indentions into the paper towels, but the cardstock and everything is not embossed. So I hope that you enjoyed this here little quick tutorial on how to create a fun background and that you'll give this a try. So if you found any inspiration with this or any value in this technique and my video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that I can grow my crafting community. Join me again next week for another technique, fun technique. And till next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye.